Hello everybody, welcome along to JACKOCAR here for Season 3, Round 6 of the Cup Series. It is the traditional second British round of the season. It is Britain's short, the 100% race. Can't wait for this one. The airplane is taking off. Jacko was very excited about that, weren't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Flight 457, servicing Hong Kong to San Francisco. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected.
Very excited indeed, Owen. Let's get this show on the road.
That plane must have got lost.
Hong Kong to San Francisco.
Somehow end up in Silverstone. But oh well.
Close enough, innit?
These things happen, we'll take advantage of it. Oh, Jesus Christ. My mother has just called me for dinner! How many times I've told her, right, you're going to take over, you're going to have to take over now.
I'll take over. Beautiful.
Jesus
right.
Christ, honest to God. I mean,
this is my moment to shine, everybody.
Yeah, it's just your lead commentary role. This is when I get sacked inevitably for one reason or another.
Should have sacked him long ago. I'll tell you what, whilst we use this interim and we wait for Owen to come back, I'll just get the tweet out so that all the lovely viewers back home can watch the race. Unfortunately, I do not have control of the cameras, seeing as Owen is away, but I will guide you through it, commentary style, radio style. Just tweet that. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'd go for a 100% race at Silverstone Short. The stages are at lap 12 and lap 25, and there are 3 jokers. One of them is on Risky, another one is Arnaud, and then the other driver is Jake O'Sullivan, or Cadgeman as you guys will see him. There is one change tonight, and that is Matt Bode in for Iceman. And as I say that, Owen is back.
It's a delicious Chinese and I can't have it. Oh, god damn
Use
it.
a microwave.
I can, yes, but I have to do this first because this is my priority. This is my job. I get paid over it. I get... Right, who's...
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk
Matt
about
is
that.
first.
Matt is first. In for Iceman in the number 88 machine. We are expecting his car any second now, because if he isn't going to be coming out of the pit, he will obviously not get a lap done, but he is coming. There he is, the Matter. And very tall gentleman, still surprises me. But yes.
He's a big fella, isn't he?
He is.
He's like a friendly giant big fella.
Yeah, like I say, he is. Honestly, it's crazy. Like obviously, we went karting a while ago, obviously, and he genuinely is taller than you expect him to be. And even if you can get built up, if you think he's 6 foot, he's 12 foot. It's mad.
Yeah, I was going to say he's about 12'2", I thought, something like that. Size 28 shoes. Just bloody massive, to be honest with you. As he revs out 4th gear down the back straight. We're expecting today, Owen, sort of.
What is he doing now?
44s, 43s. Certainly high 43s as they whole time.
Yes.
Not sure what Matter is doing, but see
maybe
what he can do.
Maybe he's trying to waste fuel. Because obviously, in the pits you'll have the 5 kilos of fuel, but that'll take you a few laps. That could be quite clever, that. So on the out lap, waste as much fuel as you possibly can, so you've got a lighter car for the lap itself. That could be the tactic, because as you said, it's such a short track, and a lot of that is going to be on the throttle. So, yeah, interesting tactics there from the Matter. Either that or he's trying to annoy us, but let's pretend for now anyway. I'm sure it was a genuine attempt at just wasting some fuel, so that is clever management, and he will go P1 as long as it stays valid, of course. And the good news about a short track like this is that obviously we can watch every single lap in full, which is good news. Something which we haven't been able to do all season. But here comes Matter. He goes P1, and we can go straight onto Kieran. Finally he's here. And look at that, he's after one of the retro liveries, isn't it? Well, I say retro, from the very start of the game. One of the liveries that came right with the beta, even. Don't see this one very often anymore, do you?
Don't.
Obviously, ever since it was dropped as the horrendous Lotus livery. We're back with this now with a interesting design.
Red and blue. Kieran is the man who took over from Car 96 after he
Who?
left the league in anger. but this is actually the first time he's been able to get a drive in due to commitments elsewhere. But he is eligible for the playoffs.
Yeah, I might need to apologise for this. My HDR is still on, so that is actually, it probably looks purple to you. That yeah, apparently it's blue. Is it? Is it blue?
I don't know.
Oh,
Can't say I'm watching the stream, sadly.
fair enough. Well,
I'm watching Camo Babo.
Yeah, we're watching Cam Babo. He's got the very bright, colourful car, and we're pointing out that Matter did his lap on the mediums. Arnold on the Joker is looking at mediums as well, as is Jake, who's also on Joker, isn't he? So, yeah, straight away we're
on pad as well.
Straight away we're seeing the ideas for the strategy coming through early on, as Camo Babo comes through the last few turns now. And he will cross the line to go P2. And then look at that, he goes straight to turn 1 where Red Matt's heading through. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be difficult to judge who's on a good lap really, because, well, they're all going to be so close, but it does look like Red Matt struggled a lot through that middle section, because you can lose the back end quite a lot, can't you? Where the track crosses over and cuts through Chapel.
Yes, sorry, I wasn't paying attention, I do apologise.
Right, we'll just finish the lap.
But whatever you said, yes, Owen, 100%.
Good stuff. Right, here comes Red Mats. Struggled, but will he go up to the top? No, P2. So that tells you, with a lot of struggling through that cut through Chapel, you can still get a competitive lap time in. As Dexter really short shifting his way through there to make sure he doesn't lose it. It looks a bit pedestrian, but I'm sure it's a working tactic as he comes through. 23.7 in the middle sector. Obviously he's got 44.2 at the end of the lap. He's got to finish off.
And reverting back to his old ERT colours as well.
Yes.
This race.
Still very
he
dark.
He probably heard us complain about it, his livery last week, didn't he?
I don't actually remember his livery last week. What was it?
Oh, forgettable is what it was. Blue and white, the livery that splits down the middle.
Oh yeah, it was a bit forgettable, wasn't it?
Riley on pole here last season, begins his lap.
Pressure, 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 pressure. Oh, he
last season, he did it in the wet, don't forget.
He did it in the wet, he did it. Wasn't that the qualifying session where they all decided they were going to crash as well at the front? It was quite the dramatic session.
Yeah, Jamie Bromley, Arnold, MK Bourne, Khalifa, they all, I don't know about Khalifa, but they all went off, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of them,
moments.
A lot of them had some dramas, and it was this man that came out on top. Will he be able to come out on top today? As he heads through, like I say, I got the 44.224 at the top to beat from Kieran. Here he comes, Riley, round the last few corners. It looks good. It is good. P1.
Short track merchant living up to his name.
Short track merchant living up to his name. I've had a conversation with Pete about this thing, and we've agreed to disagree. That he thinks it's good, I don't. We'll move on. Because I've tried to convince him that the Leicester City Fox is yellow, because it is. But he does make the point, he made the point that an actual Fox isn't yellow. But listen, accuracies, who do we blame for this? Do we blame Pete, or do we blame me, or do we just blame Leicester? He's bottled it. That's what's happened. Oh dear. Either way, we've spoken enough about his livery, and he's now bottled it anyway. Here's OKK. First big name to fall then, that Pete. I do wonder how many more we'll see make mistakes like that, because it was sort of when we got into the business end at the end of last season's race when they all started to make the mistakes, because we're obviously all pushing. Track limits on this corner here are so unpredictable. You can see OKK. He's invalidated that, and you see what I mean? There's no line to tell you where the track limit is, because obviously it's not a track that's ever been used ever. Do they even use, like, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen an F1 team use that particular track. They always use the Cops track, or just the full track. Yeah,
I think the national circuit's been used, hasn't it? But
yeah, it's the national, whatever it is. They do
short track.
Yeah, they don't use this one, because it's a bit like Bahrain. Obviously, in real life, they don't use the one that the game had either. It's a really odd one. Cody's obviously now under the control of EA. maybe they'll be able to get the extra funding in and get the proper tracks in. But yeah, it's a weird one, that. But here comes Jamie to start his lap. And we'll see him head round. Obviously, he was taken out by a back marker in this race last season, wasn't he?
It was Bazza at this corner that we're coming up to right about now.
Yeah. He was a wall in front of him and it was a car. It was a bizarre accident. Ruined his day. Sadly.
And they brought out the shortest safety car period ever as well.
Shortest safety car ever. Only 1 or 2 cars caught up to the train and it was the leader and a back marker. It was the most anticlimactic thing we'd ever seen. And yeah, Jamie will hope that we don't get a repeat of that today as he comes around the final corner. Took a few stabs at that last corner but did get across the line, and it is P1.
It's a nice Riley of pole as well.
Here's Risky, that's going to be last by quite a distance. Not a good start to his Joker tonight.
He's on pad, it's worth saying, normally on the wheel.
I'd do better on pads. They said the pad's OP, don't they? So clearly, maybe they're wrong.
Traction. Yeah, well,
maybe JD. I do keep trying to tell him, actually, if he ever brings it up. He sort of stopped running up racing once he realised he was talking a little bit BS, but yeah. We only ever had one public argument about it. As Jake comes through. Look up at the track limits again, a bit of a lock-up on the way in. You always have to go slower than you want to into that corner. It's so frustrating to watch them go on board. I think sure they can go quicker, but they do, they'll invalidate. It's an awful corner. It really is. I think there's been a car off the track, by the way. It might well be Jamie or someone. Or not Jamie. Who's out on the track? TC, has he had a mare? I think TC's had a nightmare out there. I think he's been off the track. On his
Jake,
outlap,
by the way, is very confident of the top 3 tonight. What can he do? P8. Starting on the mediums, though.
Yeah, not as quick as Matter was on them. I'm pretty sure TC had been off the track on that outlap. There was a yellow flag, and it was right where he was. Maybe he just slowed right down, but it did look a bit suspicious as he comes round to start his lap, also on mediums. Can he become the fastest on the mediums? Give himself a different strategy option in the race. He'd obviously be looking to go medium, soft on this 2-stop. You want to be on the softs as much as possible tonight, really, if you aren't on the Joker. Even if you are on a Joker, I suspect you might want to be on as much as possible. Look at that, the rear end through there. That was a proper drift round there for TC.
The car just does not want to turn into that corner. It's horrible.
It really is. Been one of the worst corners on the game. But yeah, most of them have got through it unscathed without any invalidations. And obviously, like I say, being on mediums doesn't help with the traction now. Here comes TC round the last corner. P4 fastest on the mediums so far.
Very good.
Cam's invalid. That's not good. And you can cut back to Paul McGuinness, who has abandoned his Scottish colours tonight. He's back to his regular colours. Still not too sure what it's meant to be, actually, this. Maybe he just likes the combination.
It reminds me awfully of the Panini stickers logo and colours that they use.
This is it, there's nothing I can...
But there's nothing really obvious, is there?
Yeah.
It'd make for a good Belgian livery, or even a Spanish livery, but it works for Paul. Don't forget, he won a race in this.
Well, maybe he's just doing it. Maybe he's just a Schumacher tribute, maybe for his helmet, the colours. I don't know. He's obviously got the same colours on his Schumacher helmet. Maybe he's just gone a bit more on the yellow. I really don't know. We should ask him, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
It's not that we can't do now, but yeah. Well, let's see if it brings him a good lap time as he comes through the last few corners now. The finishing line, you can see it now, and Paul McGuinness, P2. Solid lap indeed. Here's Jordan. Still got those wild, colourful, stripy bits all over his car.
He's just hoping to finish the entire race without his internet destroying him this season. Try again, this race. Get there in the end. What's this meant to be then, this livery? I do sort of prefer his regular colours. I've got no idea. I like the orange.
Of course you do. P1 with
P1.
the orange. First into
the
43s. Now, here's Corey. Now, he wasn't very good. We were on 5 lappers the other day. was he?
No.
I
I
mean-
believe he's still on pad tonight as well. You may recall he has recently bought a wheel.
He wasn't very good at it, so he's decided that he's going to... He's done a bit of a Paul McGuinness. I don't know if Paul McGuinness even uses his wheel.
I know, definitely not.
You know, he's had that for ages, and he just... Some people just don't adapt to it, I guess. But yeah, Corey didn't like it. He's back onto the pad. A few £100 down the drain, but a championship in JACKOCAR is more valuable than a wheel.
100%.
So it looks like a good middle sector as well. On the mediums, remember, so we can stick a good time on the board now, and that'd be a real statement of intent as he comes through the last few corners. Now, finish line, there it is. And will it go P1? Oh, just misses out.
Oh. Jordan, as it stands, currently on for his second pole in JACKOCAR, but we have the big guns to come, Owen. Starting with Brandon.
Yes, Brandon, a couple of tenths down on the middle sector, and he's now invalidated the lap as well, so he's going to be starting 19th. And Arnold, well, this is a big one. On the mediums, on the Joker, we're expecting him to win the race comfortably. Based on sort of last week's results, the Joker really was effective when you could get it to work and when you were at the front. He, I'm sure, is expecting to win tonight. It's all about whether he can do it, though. Obviously, get that ticket straight through the place, no problem. That's what he wants. And this lap could get him halfway there already as he heads through. Vital this doesn't get invalidated, because if it does, then he's in big trouble.
And he invalidated here last season in the rain. But went on to win that race. No, he didn't. Guile won it. He did win the charity race, though, in Season 1. Up against the likes of Thibaut Courtois and Louis Delatraz and myself, all racing in that one. Big names there.
Back when me and Paul McGuinness were in the comments, back when Paul McGuinness was classed as the top Scottish commentator, we sort of let Andy take that off him, didn't we? But yeah, sorry about that, Paul. He's on a race though now. Andy hasn't done that. I know. Here comes Arnold. P3, not as quick as Corey.
That's good.
But it is good on the Joker though. And here's Kyle, where he's back in his normal colours. He was complaining when I said that Baza had a nice brawn livery when we were doing 5 lappers, but he says, well, why do you like my brawn livery? There wasn't that much black on the brawn, was there? You know, it looks nothing like a brawn. You don't look at that and think of brawn, do you?
It's nice in its own right, but it's certainly not brawn as such.
Yeah.
What are you doing it though? To the line, P1.
Just
look at the gap to Jordan, wow.
But here's Khalifa ready to spoil the party, as usual. He's getting a bit annoyed at us, I think, actually, because it does feel like we're rooting against him every single week now.
We are.
See, I mean, we are, though. He doesn't need to win these races. We want to have a bit of variety. And he's struggling a lot. Again, such a horrendous
fingers crossed for an invalidation there, it didn't happen.
It's a good middle sector. I don't think it's fastest, though. It's alright. He wants to be, obviously, the fastest medium runner. Pole position, though, would be nice as well. Only 8 hundredths of a second separate that top 5, so it'll be difficult to actually find a spot in there, but if he can, that'd be impressive for him. And he hasn't.
6.
But he is a 10th off still, just about a 10th off. How close do you want that to be? Look at that. Half a second through the top 14. That's impressive stuff.
That is, yeah.
Of course, it's only a
track.
43-second lap, but we still take that. And it is this man, Kyle, on pole.
Yep, Kyle secured his 5th pole position all time, and I believe his 2nd of the season. Yeah.
Well, he kick-started the season last week, didn't he? And looking to continue that momentum on this week. And the grid: Kyle, Jordan, Corey, Arnold, Jamie, Khalifa, Paul, Riley, Kieran, and then TC. 4 drivers will start on the medium compound tyres. And then, outside the top 10, you'll have Matt, Cam and Bubbo, Matter, Dexter, Jake, Risky, 2 Joker drivers along with Arnold, and then Pete, Cam, Brandon, and OKK all got their laps invalidated.
Yeah, just looking at the new boy Kieran, P9, decent enough qualifying. We don't know too much what to expect from him. I do believe he runs in Was it Precision tier in one hub?
I wouldn't know.
The second tier up, so...
And they keep changing their names, don't they?
They do.
It's because, you see, they like their P's. So, you can never really tell what I used to commentate Precision tier, I think, but I think that was the... I thought that was the third tier at the time. I don't know what it is now.
It's Pinnacle Precision Podium Prospect at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't around for Prospect. I think I left just before Prospect came into use, so I wouldn't really know. Maybe they could tell us. I don't know if Nick's around. Not that it really matters.
I think they were in the chat last week, weren't they? Good old one hub.
Anyway, I'm still upset by this Chinese, by the way. I mean, it's still there. Like, I'll still get it, but I'm distracted by food noise. This better be a good race. Don't give us an anticlimactic race like you did last season, lads. Very short formation lap as well, so I hope they're all ready for that. Get their times up, the temperature, etc. There's nobody on the hard as usual. And as we say, we've already got 4 million runners in that top 10. We've got a further 3 outside it: Dexter, Jake, and OKK. Interestingly, Risky, on his Joker, decides he wants to go for the soft first, and then he'll take mediums at the end. I don't really know why he's doing that, to be honest, because why wouldn't you do it the other way around? But, oh well. Maybe he likes his undercuts. Could work. Here we go, look at that, we're near the end of the lap already. We're already heading towards Stowe Corner. You can see all the weaving going on. They're all having to make sure those tires are heated up quickly, and it's creating a lovely spectacle, it has to be said. And look at that, we've already got Jordan. He's already practicing his move for the lead. I mean, this is a big chance for Jordan, isn't it, actually, just to get off the line, lead the race for a bit. Yeah, obviously, I guess all eyes are on Arnold, especially, though, isn't it?
Now definitely got a massive advantage starting in the top 4 there, but got Kyle in the on pole, with no pressure whatsoever, already in the playoffs. Jordan, as you say, good driver, great chance for him to get in the mix with the big guns, and also Corey as well, still looking for his first win, Owen. And J Luke's up there as well, who almost and could have won this race last season if it wasn't for a certain Mr. Baldwin from Wales. Yeah. Well, let's see how it all goes today. We're going to have 52 laps ahead of us. They might well fly by though. OKK is lined up on the grid, and we're now awaiting the lights. And when they all go out, the Britain short race will be underway. Round 6 of the Cup Series. It's Kyle on the right, and it is Jordan on the left. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Looks like a good start for Kyle. He should well hold that lead. Arnold in 3rd place, holding well. A few cars going wide into the gravel. One of them, I believe that might have been Risky actually already. Jamie's fighting away with Khalifa, who's trying to get as well by a few other cars actually, but he's only at 5th place. Paul McGuinness on the outside of Jamie, and there's a bit of contact there. Easy to turn the car around through there, and there's a few cars struggling. I think Riley falling down the field as well. But they are all still facing the right direction. They're all still moving along nicely. Indeed, Risky did pick up some damage at that turn 1 there, but also got out of the way, knowing he's not as good on pad as he is on wheel. But looking at it right now, Owen, we're safely getting our way through lap 1 with no major incidents. Which is, well, surprising. We've got 3 wide in the last chicane at the back. But, yes, apart from that, we are all okay. Order's now going to glitch about for a while because the order... You know what it's like, it's not lap 3 either. But we will sort that out in a moment. Yeah, it's so frustrating. I can't keep up with it. No. It's so frustrating. But look at Kyle. He has just disappeared. Already, he's gone. And Arnold's aware of that, as is Corey. And they're both going to pass Jordan like it's nothing. And I'm sure Khalifa will be all over the back of him as well. Jordan... It might fall down to 5th place, and he has done. And we've got yellow flags. Oh, Brandon, front wing gone. And there's been an accident, I think, potentially with Riley again in the wars. And yes, Brandon is into the pits, and Dexter as well was involved. Dexter does have damage, I can confirm that, in a TAS. But Jordan under a lot of pressure now from Paul McGuinness. Paul McGuinness, yeah, he's up to P5. Jamie will now be trying to cut underneath him.
And Jordan cutting the corner as well. He's having a miserable start. And he is down to P7 now. And Kieran might have a look as well if Jordan backs off, and he is backing off. Kieran into the last chicane. I'm sure he'll have noticed Jordan just falling down the field. It might not be an easy move if he wants to go for it, but he doesn't, and that's let Matter. Well. Yeah, he didn't go for the move, so that's let Matter have an opportunity. And they're going side by side for the last corner now. Oh, and there's contact as well on the exit.
What's going to give into turn one?
Easily end up in a bit of contact here, which could go so wrong. But Matter is through. Kieran down into P9. And Jordan's gone wide. Jordan, I think, was trying to get out of the way, or, well, sorry, Risky was trying to get out of the way of Jordan. Risky being lapped now. Only on lap 4. His Joker strategy absolutely gone already.
Out the window, yeah. I put a stat in the chat earlier. If any driver is outside of an 8-second window to the lead, if they pit, they will get lapped. Jordan just about holding on to P7 at the moment, but I think Matt is going to launch an attack. Down the inside he goes into this final complex of corners. Up to P7 goes the reserve driver, filling in for Iceman. Kieran now looking lively once again from the back of Jordan.
I don't know what's going on with Jordan. He just has no pace at all. I don't understand what's happening. Oh, and Kieran
didn't line the tyres up.
Kieran hit the back of him there into turn 1. Had to really back it off as a result. Could well have had red mat on him, and does now have red mat on him. Looking to try and get himself further up the grid. Himself in P10. Further up, we've got Jamie on DRS of Paul McGuinness, who, while is using his DRS, is now outside the 1 second gap to Khalifa, so might well find himself under some pressure soon. But yeah, like I say, I haven't seen someone drop through the field like this for a while, Jordan. I mean, maybe it is just taking a while to get himself into position, and Pete has broken strong wing.
It wasn't for a mistake either, it's just genuinely got no pace at the moment. It's gone. Sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, he's not going to follow us at DRS range in a moment. He might well get it just about. But yeah, keep your eyes on Paul McGuinness and Jamie as well, because I believe Paul is now out of that DRS, and obviously the freeway fight for second place is still looking lively enough. Could well get exciting in the next few laps. But yes, quite the action-packed start to this race, wasn't it? But Kyle, still the race leader, and looking pretty comfortable as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at Riley at the moment, who seems to be a bit of a lucky dog after that early pit stop. Comes out on the lead lap and will hope to keep out the lead, keep out the way of the others as the leaders come through. So when they all pit, he should be back up to a respective sort of position. 20 cars still running.
Look at Risky. How has he even got there? He's lost. What's happened there? I have a feeling he might be going 2 laps down soon if he keeps doing that, but I think we need to cut back up because Corey's not getting close to Arnold, and that's important because, well, he can try and take advantage while Pete is in the way of Khalifa as Jordan and Kieran go for it, and I believe Red Matt's also in there. They're going to try 3 wide into the last set of corners, and Red Matt might all get shoved off the track, but you know what? He's still going to get the move done, and Kieran is going to get the move done as well, and Jake on the Joker strategy trying to find a way through as well. Might take a few less risks knowing that he will be ahead of him easily anyway later on as long as he keeps his nose clean. But yeah, Jordan, in front of him. Jordan now going to fall even further down the grid. What a shame this is.
It's a fantastic start, and of course when he took pole in Belgium last season he showed a lot of promise in that race, but just hasn't got the tyres going. I think that's all it is.
Camo bubble falls behind.
All that at the same time.
Yep.
Great minds.
Into pits early is Kieran, of course, 2-stop. I mean, you can really pit whenever you want, can't you? In essence, this could be a nice undercut.
Front left tyre at 25%, but he will go a lap down.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he's going to take these, mediums, and then he'll go softs later on. So this is all preparation for the end of his race, I'd imagine this. And when you say he'll go a lap down, he might be alright. I know it's an extremely slow pit lane though. It looks so deceiving as Paul McGuinness falls behind Jamie, but look at the run the Scotsman's got. He'll still try and get run outside, and he won't get lapped. Kieran, and look at that. Paul McGuinness has fought back. He has got back ahead, and Matter, I think, has gone into the side of Jamie, and it sends him into the grass. He'll spin back round, but look out for other cars coming along, because he's on the racing line. That's a really difficult position to be in. No one has hit him, though. Jeez, that was close.
Just a bit. That's recreating what he did in Australia with that spin.
Now, is Jamie going to come past on this lap? As Arnold, by the way, is close right up to Kyle. He's nearly in the DRS range. Paul McGuinness still holds that P5 on the outside line. And this will be frustrating Jamie quite a lot because I'm sure he thinks he's probably faster, and he is now through. Paul McGuinness doesn't have the traction to get alongside in time, and he does have to back it off now. Wonder if he'll fight back later on, but now we can see Arnold. Is he into the DRS range of Kyle? It's tight.
I think he is.
Not sure. We'll see. Let's see. There's a detection point. Well, he's the activation point. He's not.
No.
Not yet. But here's Paul McGuinness. He certainly is in the DRS of Jamie. But has he got enough to close up and pass? I don't think so. Risky's now retired from the race, and that might well have actually been an accident. And we get a safety car, and Kyle has called that perfectly. He was in the pit lane already. He was in the pit. He was in the pit lane entry already. Yes, he technically entered the pit lane itself after the safety car came out, but that I'm sure he'll be all right with that one. I'm sure you can forgive him half a second.
Yeah, we had this on Tuesday in the Kia Series. MK Bourne pitted at the exact right time, just like Kyle, and it basically handed him the win. It hasn't handed Kyle the win here, but what it has done is put him onto the same strategy as Jake and Arnold.
It does just help him out a little bit, doesn't it? Because that safety car will bunch him back up. He will still have to make some time, but it does give him a chance. Now, Matter is also...
winning strategy, that's what matters.
Matter's also into the pit lane, and I'm not saying a front line change. That is, from what I can tell, an illegal pit stop.
Yeah, I missed that one myself, but we will have to investigate that one. But certainly Kyle's bang on, perfect pit stop. And he's in contention for the win now, because as a race with no safety car, it was Arnold's all day long. Maybe Jake's as well, but he started too far back for my liking to have much of an impression.
Well, I mean, look at Jake now. I mean, Jake is sitting 7th place. I mean, he's not that far behind, actually, where Arnold is. In real terms, he's only got the 3 cars ahead. He had to pit one more time than him, so... Well, actually, sorry, the 5... So he's comfortably 2nd at the minute, is Jake. So another safety car later on maybe just gets him even closer. You know, he could be an outside bet, as can Kyle. But it does have to be said that it does still feel like Arnold's the favourite. Now, the safety car will be out for another lap, I think, because we're still waiting for the Matter and for Riley to catch up. But they should be caught up by the end of the next lap. So I think we'll get the safety car in at the end of lap 14. I'm very surprised if it calls it now.
I'm pretty sure Arnold picked up the first stage one, by the way, end of lap 12 there.
Yes.
Next one is lap 25.
Yeah, the safety car will stay out another lap. And, you see, it doesn't take that long to bunch the field up. Why did you have to be so short last season, huh? Oh dear. Mind you, the whole field were a lap down by that point. I think that was the problem, wasn't it? It was like lap 50 when it came out.
It was late.
It was a late safety car. They really had a bad moment to have an accident. I don't really know what happened to Risky. Quite how he ended up on the left-hand side in that final chicane. It feels that maybe it was contact with someone. We can probably actually check with the race director very quickly, see if he had a piece of contact, which it would put him in that wall before that safety car goes in. Nah, it just says terminal damage. He seems to have done it himself.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Pete and Brandon, both a lap down and very much in this train. They're both going to have a nightmare on the restart trying to get out of the way of everyone.
Here we go,
so
safety car.
Have to do it after the start-finish straight.
Safety car in this lap.
Start-finish line. Sorry.
Full field then, bunching up. Pete, really annoying Jamie, you can see that, look at that. I mean, the whole field's practically come to a standstill, but Arnold can go now if he wants. I think he has gone now, and I don't think Corey has seen that one coming, to be honest. Nor has Khalifa. In fact, they're both pitting anyway. So's Jamie. They're all pitting pretty much. Red Matt stayed out. Obviously, Jake stayed out, but the safety car is in. The light's gone green, and we are racing again. But look how much time Kyle has gained. Because, you see, he's already passed the people who were in the pits at the start, and we got a yellow flag already. Not too sure what's happening. We're back to green. I don't really know what the yellow was for, actually. But here comes Kyle, right around the outside of Dexter, turns to the inside line. He's got to get a move on as well. Even though he has made a massive amount of time on the uppers here on the 2-stop, he still wants to make sure he's in a position. And do you know what? Matter.
I know what you're going to say. Kieran's in this fight as well.
I was going to say Kieran's in the fight, but obviously Matter, Mr. Illegal Pit Stop, I think. I might be wrong. Has sort of got on his way, but yeah, Kieran is in this fight. But he got a bit surprised and fallen behind Riley as well. Riley, who, yes, is in P9. Still, I think it's about patience there, isn't it? As Matter sides his way through as well.
Yeah.
Matter of patience, I think, this for Kieran. So because his undercut really did work out beautifully, didn't it? Oh, and Rise off the back end, and that'll be a free position there for Kieran. You'd expect anyway, as he goes past.
He's doing all right on his debut so far, but you can tell he's a little bit green, not quite used to a number of these drivers.
Yes.
But doing all right. Riley goes down the inside. Welcome to JACKOCAR, says the Dutchman.
Yes. I'm just going to point out Arno then 5.6 seconds ahead of Jake. So, you know, he's not a million miles away from this Jake. Undercut can help him. Lucky timing on another safety car can help him. He's second place on the road regardless. You know, it's impressive stuff.
You can take it. You certainly would take it. Fastest lap, Corey.
Corey he'll be fuming, won't he? Because he's 16 seconds behind Kieran. I mean, that's just impossible. Unless he gets another safety car. We're all sort of waiting now for that next safety car to sort of rebalance the order. As Cam pits as well. Does look like Arnold is pulling away nicely from Jake. So he does seem to have the pace at the moment to sort of comfortably win this thing. But you can never speak too early in a JACKOCAR race. It's a big mistake to make because, well, things can turn on their head very quickly, and they tend to.
They do. Catchman Jake gets a penalty. Crucial. Kyle is in that 3-second window as well. He's about to overtake OKK, one of his teammates. Another one of his teammates is Jake, actually.
Yes. Paul and Khalifa and Cal. I don't quite know how Paul's ended up ahead of Khalifa, actually. I wonder if there was some teammate stacking going on in the pit stops.
Yes, pit road was very busy at the restart there.
Oh, well, here comes Khalifa anyway. We know how aggressive Paul McGuinness is, but this is the man to let him have the win in Hungary. So maybe he'll be a bit kinder to him.
I love that these two keep finding each other on track.
I know, they're just everywhere, isn't it? But, I think Khalifa's got this one. Oh, well...
Maybe not.
Maybe not. We're having a dreadful camera angles, but Paul is still there, honest. But he is behind now. Or is he? As he cuts back in. I think he'll stay behind now. I think he's against the guy on the soft as well. He'll be on the softs the whole race, actually, Khalifa, so he will pull away. And then they'll put for more softs. So Paul, yeah, he might well just be better than just letting them go. And Riley, and Dexter, and Kieran, and OKK's in the pit. Sorry, I thought OKK's on the black lights. I think it's actually a back marker, isn't it? Yeah, it's Brandon. It's not a back marker. Well, he is actually, isn't he?
He is, yeah. P18.
Poor Brandon. Poor lad. We were saying in the previous party, that he might have some expletives to say at some point in the race. I think he might have already said them. And he might have some more, judging by his race. But look at the train. They're snaking down that back straight towards Stowe. And look at the run Kieran's got. He's not going to put a move back on Riley, is he? No, he's not read the JACKOCAR rules, has he? You're meant to dive bomb him. You can bump him out of the way. Go on, be brave. Be courageous. Be courageous and try and dive him. As Khalifa gets by Red Matt. He tries to have another look on the inside but sees no point. Camo Barrow at the back. Quite a long way behind at the back. Now he gets a penalty. Kieran still on the back of Riley. Still going to close in on Riley. Still probably not going to pass Riley. But this is it. He's learning the ropes now. You know, you might as well learn when you're in a pretty decent position, knowing you're fighting a car that's going to get out of your way in a minute anyway.
Notice how Riley's come to life at this short track. Running well in V6.
He's doing alright, isn't he?
Yeah, net P3 on the road.
Yeah, net P3 on the road, but then it's more like a net P5 really, actually, isn't it? Dexter's sort of in his way at the minute. And let's say Kieran's not really...
earlier, all aboard the Dexter train tonight. I think this is part of his plan.
Well, to let Arnold win. I don't think he needs to help, to be honest, Arnold, but he's getting it anyway.
8 seconds clear.
Here comes Riley though, on the inside. Here, there's a dive. There you go, that's how you do it. Kieran, you've seen how it's done. Ah, well, I was going to say now you can put it into practice, but he's now conveniently moved straight out of the way, Dexter, as soon as the car passes him. Sort of does.
Expecting Riley to bounce off Dexter's wing there. They do seem to come together quite often.
Yes, but they survived. So, we're actually heading towards the halfway point of the race on, looking for another stage point. I'm sure he'll stay out and get it, and then he'll be swiftly into the pits after that for the softs. Because they will go half the race, those softs, and so that's all he needs to do on the mediums. But, safety car. And that's an accident in the final corner. Trying to see if we can get a good view of it. Here's Pete. And look at that.
Oh wow!
Why has he done that?
Well, he was there earlier, wasn't he? So
yeah, but he wasn't. No, he was nowhere near that, was he? He went to the other side, and he was a bit earlier on. That's bizarre, that one. But it's out of the race anyway, and this is another safety car, second safety car of the day.
Oh, and here's an interesting complexion for you. Everybody, maybe with the exception of Mata, has made first their stops, obviously apart from the 2 remaining jokers.
What this means...
We have a straight-up race.
What this means is that Kyle is just sitting there on 11-lap all mediums. Well, I'm saying this assuming Arnold and Jake aren't going to go straight into the pits on the restart, which they actually might well do, so ignore that point before I make it. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they all, in this fight, straight to the pit lane, onto the sauce, straight to the end when this goes in. And it will be a straight race.
There'll be a lot of stacking. I hope they've worked out who their garage pit mates are, or teammates even.
Yeah. I imagine it's something that doesn't even get into their minds, is it? They often forget, but yes. It's annoying that Matter's so high up after it really did look like an illegal pit stop. I don't know how to say, he cheated, but it did look very illegal. Because it was long after Kyle went to the pits, and obviously Kyle just about made it in time. So there's no, he didn't change the front wing Matter. So unless the graphics in the game were messing me about, we can obviously see for ourselves. Where's Matter? Where's his pit stop? Yeah, it's a 2.5 second pit stop. You can't change the front wing in 2.5 seconds, trust me. So, yeah, it did look like a mistake, that one, for his end. So that'll be, what, 30-second penalty at the end?
Yes. Obviously we'll investigate properly, but
yeah.
Would be 30-second if deemed illegal.
We'll wait on that one, but it doesn't look like it's in his favour, does it? But apart from that, certainly the top 3, who do have... Who is that? Is that Pete in their way?
Yeah, Pete very close to unlapping himself, actually. So is Brandon.
I'm sure he actually might. I'm sure he'll stay out maybe and just sort of,
get that lap back.
Get the lap back. Stage point, by the way, Arnold. He's getting that on this lap, or has he already got it?
He will already have it. End of lap 25.
Lovely. sure that'll be good for him. He'll love that. Having an easy day out front at the minute, but this safety car really
It's going to make him work for it, isn't it? 'Cause you can't imagine Kyle and Jake are going to hand it to him now. Not now they're all on the same strategy. But you're right in what you said a couple laps ago. They'd be foolish not to pit at the restart.
Well, let's see how many decide to pit or to not pit. As Arnold exits Stowe, will it be a direct run to the pit lane? Yes, it will. Jake stays out, Kyle stays out, they're all staying out.
They're
That's top
avoiding
four.
the busy pit lane.
I think there might have been a collision. Jamie's destroyed the polystyrene board, but as he broke his front wing, we'll wait and find out. As we go green again. A handful of cars, they're not as many as I thought, to be honest, but it is Jake then who leads the race. And we get yellow flags again. That doesn't mean anything. That happened last time and it was for nothing. And look at that, we got Matter fighting away with Kyle. He's all over the road and there's a broken front wing. He's hit 2 or 3 times the side pod of Kyle, and he's hit him again. Very lucky if he doesn't get a puncture there, to be honest, Kyle. But Matter's hit him so many times, he might well go for it again down the inside. That's going to be contact again and again and again. He's spinning, is he? Just about saves it, and he's got half a front wing left. What was that? He must hit him a good 5 or 6 times.
Great aggressive driving from Matter.
Oh dear.
Quite a workout for him.
I'm sure Kyle's not impressed in the slightest by that piece of driving. Has he got any damage himself from that, I wonder? But
there's nothing on Tasso, and then I think the car from the TV cams, it looks alright.
Oh, what a bizarre incident that was. I mean, he just went for him. It's crazy. I like a bit of aggression, but attempted murder.
So I don't know what happened in VSL last night. Maybe some payback, but
Things got heated quickly.
possibly.
Now, obviously, the thing here is, I don't really know what Jake's waiting for, because Arnold now going to the end of the race. He's now got 20 seconds of free air in front of him. So it's not like he's going to be going slowly. I do, yeah. And obviously, the penalty doesn't help either for Jake, but this is handing the race to Arnold right now. Not that he needed it handed to him in the first place, I get that, but just makes it a little bit easier for him. This will be the fastest lap of the race, probably, coming up. And indeed it is. So, you know, he'll be a few seconds clear when he comes out of the pits, plus the penalty for Jake. Pretty much means that Arnold has this all his own way at the moment.
I just wonder if Jake and Kyle are working with each other and Kyle's going to try and protect Jake as much as possible. I don't know.
Because obviously, it's not like they're waiting for another safety car, is it? Maybe what they're hoping at this point is that they see an incident happen. They've seen it happen now. 2 race-ending incidents lead to safety car. So maybe they're thinking, we'll stay out for a bit because the tires can do it. Definitely Kyle could do it. Wait for the safety car comfortably. So could Jake. They all can. They could be goal hiding for the safety car, and then say, oh, a car's crashing now. And they think, oh, a safety car might come out of this. They box in and then get the safety car. Maybe that's what Kyle's thinking. He's done that already. And maybe that's how they do it. Because they don't show any intention of pitting at the moment.
Oh. I've noticed Pete's letting 1 car pass per lap at the moment. Strict policy he's running there. Still very much in the lead train, but a lap down.
Khalifa and Kieran swapping positions. Khalifa having a bit of a miserable day, really, down there, and he, well, he'll go back up later on. He'll go back up later. He'll be back in the top 10 soon when everyone else pits, but for now it's a miserable day down in P12. Plenty
He needs to have
well,
more races like this, I think.
in fairness, actually, he is sort of sitting in net third. But I mean, we'll ignore that for now, as Jake does pit from the lead. Any hopes of a safety car popping up are very much alive, actually. We've got quite the big scrap going on as Khalifa goes past Riley, who will have Kieran on them soon. But yes, Jake, well, let's just stay on board with Arno, just how quickly he gets him.
He's going to be a long way in front of him.
It'll be a good 5-10 seconds. Maybe not 10, but maybe 5. We'll give 5. That's maybe it will be 10.
It's growing.
I don't know. Oh, look at him, he's in the traffic now.
Behind Khalifa, who's made 2 stops already.
That's a net second now, isn't it, for Khalifa? It's not even a net third anymore. And now Jake's going to fall behind Riley, who in turn would what we say in a net third.
Yeah.
And here comes Kieran as well.
The debutant.
Where's he going to go? Because the two in front of him are a bit all over the show, but right outside goes Kieran. He's up. Off the track, he's done it. Off the track, and well, he's back into the pits again, is Jake. What's he?
He had damage. He had damage.
Front
left end plate.
Yeah, but at this stage of the race, he's just going to keep going, surely. That's really surprising. Really surprising. But,
Charles in the pit lane.
well, that's his day ruined.
Yeah.
Calamity. And, well, that's a shame for Carl and Corey. They've pitted, anticipating what I was saying, that goal hiding leads to a safety car, but they aren't going to get it, because there's a car return in the pits. But I did like their thinking.
Great.
Mainly because I'm the one that thought of it, but anyway.
I think a lot of people, we saw it in Kia as well, they're starting to catch on to that idea now. If you're close to the pit lane when you see a yellow flag,
Yeah. Paul McGuinness has just taken the lead of the race. Paul McGuinness, I will repeat that, has just taken the lead of the race from Redman, and then Cam got him as well. And now, that was Pete's retired car, was right in their way. I do wonder if there was some sort of incident with it, because Redman's now pitted. But, yes, Paul leads though. He'll be like goal hiding himself. Look how long it's taken Pete's car to park up, by the way. He's done nearly the whole lap before it parks up. It's madness, isn't it? We're still seeing yellows for Matter. Now that is an accident. Virtual safety car. Who's in the pits? Red Matt is in the pits. Front wing for potentially for the potential incident with the Pete's car. I'm going to say potential incident for now, because I don't really know what happened there. But he is in the pits, Red Matt. He has changed that front wing, and this should help him get up the order a little bit, this VSC.
And Matter's DNF means we don't have to do any investigating after the race for the pit stop.
Thank goodness for that. Not that I'm on the stewards panel anyway, but thank goodness for that anyway.
Less work to do.
Less work to do. And Paul speeding in the pit lane, as is Cam. Now you can get into VSC, can't you?
Yes, you can.
So they are still making some time up. And, well, if this VSC stays out long enough, this could work out very nicely indeed. So keep your eye on that VSC. See how long it stays out for right now. It's gone now, but they've done half the pit lane, you know? They're now on their way out. Can look like for Khalifa and for Riley. And well, look for Khalifa first of all, and we'll see. Because I have a feeling Paul might have a chance at beating Willie. And he overspeed, gets Khalifa ahead, but I'm pretty sure that's Paul McGuinness ahead of Riley, definitely.
100%.
So that has worked out fantastically well. So that's Paul McGuinness into a net 3rd place, Riley into a net 5th place, as a direct result of that, the VSC goal hanging. And they both got penalty though, so Cam will be sitting pretty actually as well. Some set results by the looks of it. We love to see it.
We do. And the oldest man in the field leads the race.
Yes.
First time he's done that since Brazil last season.
I'm sure he's enjoying himself. Jordan, back up to where he started the race, 2nd place. Like I say, it's not been an easy race for him. He's been sort of all over the road the whole way there, but he is now back and should be into the pit zone in a moment. Certainly Dexter is. And now he shall goal hind, shall Dexter for a virtual safety car. Or full safety car. It's the way to do it around here because it's such a short lap. It's sort of the only thing you can do about guaranteeing you being not lapped.
Corey has some damage by the way, Owen. Front left end plate.
Yep, and Cam has just passed Riley, so the penalty doesn't even matter. So Cam now putting up a real challenge for the podium at the minute. Which we love to see.
We do. Great gaggle of cars here from Khalifa down.
What a contrast to last year's race here, where it was all such a massive anticlimax. We're getting all the action in the race for once, instead of at the end when a silly backmarker accident ruins it. Now we're doing it proper. JACKOCAR racing properly. You love to see it.
Do.
Here comes Kyle.
Going to be a sitting duck. He's not. Got a great exit away from Riley out of that final turn. Not that final turn, but turn 4, sector 3.
I think personally, Cam's got his eyes on Paul straight away. He's not even. I don't think he cares about the guys behind. He needs to make sure he's within 3 seconds of Paul McGuinness. But he'd rather catch and pass it. Sorry, it's 8 seconds to Paul McGuinness. So
it's doable.
It's easily doable. He's a podium right there for him. He might not realise it yet, but he will when Jordan pits. Then he will realise.
Oh, look at this Kyle down the inside of Riley.
And there's contact again when Kyle goes side by side with his section. Kieran just sitting again as usual,
Kyle's
waiting
just been a target today, hasn't he?
Oh well, and that's not called safety car just yet, but red mat, it's just about I don't know what happened.
Kieran, down the inside of Kyle.
I sort of instinctively said safety car there when I saw red mat going off. I was like, no, he's all right. He's recovered. I don't want a safety car. My dinner must be frozen solid by now.
Let them race.
Let them race. Keep them
12
going.
laps to go. This train that is Riley's train now rather than his Cam's. This is where the action is right now.
Oh my goodness, challenging for second place on the road at the minute.
Jordan speeds into the pit lanes just to compound his misery.
Yes, and that is Arnold. I believe he's in the middle of some back markers. He's just passed OKK, is that? Who is it? Oh, sorry, it's Corey. Oh dear. That's bad.
Corey having a shocking race. It's again.
Where's Jordan going to come out? He's going to come out miles behind, isn't he? He'd be lucky not to be last of the guys on the lead lap. He's last of the lap. Oh dear, what a shame. Well, actually Jake is, but he's about to be overtaken, and we've just seen Jamie has gone off. Oh my goodness me. So lucky not to be collected there, but his front wing is in pieces. Is that just his front wing or is someone else's down there? I'm not too sure. We've got a slow
Brandon
car.
was involved.
Brandon was involved, yes. And I think Kieran passed Riley, did he?
He did, yeah. I was on board with that. Riley's actually struggling at this stage of the race. Kyle's right up.
He fancies a podium as well, does Kieran, because Kyle's struggling for pace at the minute, to be honest with you. He thinks maybe he's safe for third, so he might not push too hard, but if he gets under pressure from Kieran
Penalty for Paul Owen.
Again, and for Kieran, look.
Yeah.
I mean, he is struggling for the pace, Cam, but we'll see. He might just be alright. He's only got 10 laps at the end of this one to do. And that's not very long laps. We've been done in what? How long have we done? 7, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
Not a very long time. We are very much in the closing stage, but we could still have time for 1 or 2 more twists in the tail.
If it stays as it is, Arnold will be on for his 6th win in JACKOCAR, and will become the second of 2 drivers to win a race in every season thus far. Of course, we all know who the other one is. The man in P2.
Yes. Mr. I missed out an entire season, apart from that one race I did where I won.
Australia, yeah, and I think he did another one as well.
Bahrain, was it?
Bahrain,
something
yeah.
Like Bahrain short one, I think.
Corey moves out the way for him.
And Paul. Yellow flags, that will be 4, Corey. That's slow, he's bringing the yellow flags out, how embarrassing. It's
Jordan pits again, by the way, probably for a retirement.
Well, he might maybe, yeah.
He has no damage.
I was going to say making for fastest lap, stick some new tyres on, but he already has new tyres on, so what's the deal there?
It's a penalty. Fastest lap at the moment is Khalifa, 44.3.
not a million miles away off what pole position was, to be fair, so
No.
might be actually quite a difficult task to ask for the fastest lap at this point if you aren't someone like Khalifa. But yeah, no, I really are. It's looking good for Arnold. He wanted more screen time, he was telling me. So here's your screen time. We'll give him a lap while no one's doing anything. But Jake, yeah, what a shame for him. He waited to pit, he was goal hiding, but then he pitted a couple laps before the goal hiding would have paid off and given him the win. And then he crashed.
And look at his position right now, behind the race leader. He's challenging for the win. That's going to hurt. Big opportunity for Jake to get solid points on the board. After those first 2 races, he's just not been there, has he?
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? But, well. Right, you've had your screen time on, and let's watch somebody else. Kyle. Just why not?
Still behind Riley. I've noticed Kieran's picked up a penalty. So Cam looking good for that podium now. Finally, the man who's finished 4th about 4 or 5 times in this league.
The Mark Webber of the league.
Indeed.
Finally gonna have his day. Kyle's finally gonna have his man for P6 by the looks of it, but he's just about running out of VRS when he gets there. So annoying, isn't it?
Kyle with a tiny bit of wing damage as well on the front left.
Oh,
Corey's going to block Riley.
It looked worse than it was, to be fair. They were actually sort of alright. Although, it didn't stop me nearly getting scared of a safety car again. But they're alright. They're alright. But certainly Corey's going to have to get out of the way before he does cause that accident.
So he's allowed to be there.
Here comes Kyle. Once again. Has to get him now. But no. Riley's got that DRS on Corey, hasn't he? And more ERS than Kyle. There's going to have to be a dive down the inside, and he's doing that dive now. And side by side, will Kyle dive back down the inside? Yes, he will. And there's going to be contact, and there's no move done. He gave it his best shot, did Kyle. But a slide for Riley, and another one might give Kyle more hope down towards turn 1, but no way through, and he's hit him and off the track, and that might well be into the wall. Riley, bit of an Alonso style incident there after getting the tap from Kyle, who broke his front wing. And he will escape just like Alonso did, and now TC's crashed into the back of Kyle. So much debris everywhere. Wouldn't be uncommon for a safety car for this situation. We have seen it before. Kyle now
anyone's race.
has TC, and he's got 3 wide actually, Kyle, with back markers. TC with his front wing damage might have some questions to ask about Kyle as well. It's kicking off again towards the end of this one. Where's Red Matt? Has he got any damage? No, he might well be able to challenge these guys. Well, he has a penalty, but he's got the same amount of penalties as TC, so that's a position he'll be looking for. As TC gets overtaken by Jamie, another back marker. The back marker's getting involved at the end of the race. This had a real feeling of deja vu again, doesn't it? And actually, they're still fighting up there. They're all back markers fighting away. It's a mess right now. And Kyle, trying to go around outside of Corey, gets that wrong. Jamie goes down his inside, and there's another position for him that's not really a position. Look at that, Kyle really fighting away, and that. Oh dear, look at that. There goes Red Matt. He's really stuck his nose in. OKK as well. They'll all be after Kyle in a minute. Oh, what a mess, isn't it? Just
KK's
crazy.
on a bit of a charge at the moment, Owen. You're on him.
Yeah, I think he's
Red Matt's
got
gonna be stuck in this
more
train.
penalties than Red Matt, though. That's the problem. Jamie can't get past. He's hopeless at this. And look at the back mark. That's Brandon. He must. What's he? Well, he's had enough, hasn't he? I think he was actually getting lapped by Corey. And here comes Red Matt to pass Kyle on track. He's then going to somehow make 3 seconds. Right outside he goes. Kyle, is there any point in resisting with the penalty in mind? I don't really think so. And so he's not going to. as Jamie goes round outside of Corey into turn 1. Madness.
Oh, Corey's going to be in the way here.
Corey is going to be in the way. That's going to help Red Matt. He'll be thanking him for that. Sadly, the race is about to end though. We've got Arnold starting the final lap now.
One lap to go, not sponsored by Credit One Bank.
we will have to catch him in a second, but I think Kyle, he's already lost 1.5 seconds. He's now also going to have OKK on the back, so Redman might well nick that P6 at the end. And Paul McGuinness, he does have too many penalties, doesn't he, to get the podium. So that will still be Callum getting it, but it will be this man, Arnold. He said he was expecting a victory. He said he needed a victory. He said we should give him more screen time. We tried to accommodate all requests, and as he comes through, you'll see the checkered flag in a moment. And after 52 hectic laps, of which he participated in no interesting ones, Arnold wins the Britain short race. And here comes Khalifa. He comes in P2. It is a Joker double then, isn't it, for winners? And Paul McGuinness crosses line P3. We'll lose that to Cal. And we'll probably lose P4 to Kieran
on his debut.
As well. Red Matt has just about made 3 seconds, and so he will claim P6 in this race. As Kyle just about holds on to P7. Dexter 8th, OKK 9th, TC 10th, Riley 11th, and then you have Jake, Jordan, and then Jamie, Corey, and then finally, a long way behind, waving about as he goes, might well fancy, I don't know what he's going to do actually, Brandon. But he will finish last. I would like him to hurry up. I want my dinner. We're looking at the results, and then that's it, okay? We might as well say goodbye now. Thank you all very much for watching. It's been a fantastic race. Where are we next week, Jacko?
I want to say Monaco.
Oh.
Tell you what, let me check, because we've got to see the results, haven't we?
Yeah, check quickly.
It is indeed Monaco.
Fantastic. Right, driver today is Cam. Don't really know what his driver's looking at, but yes. Right, we don't care about the podium. We don't care about the podium. Right, we'll confirm the order one more time. Then R9 makes it 2 Jokers out of 2 for the British double header, and then it is Khalifa, Cam, Kieran on his debut. Good from him. Paul McGuinness, Red Matt, Kyle, Dexter, KKTC, Riley, Jake, Jordan, Jamie, Corey, Brandon, Matter, Pete, Cameron Babarisky, and that has been round 6 of Season 3's Cup Series here from Britain Short. Thank you all very much for watching. Safe travels, and see you next week.